Hi, family. Welcome back to tonight's evening talk. Tonight we're talking about intentionality, living life on purpose. Today we're not ratchet, we're not in our regular evening wear because I'm not ready for bed. So, and I actually kind of try to look cute today. So, um, that's why. But it's gonna come back. It won't last long. But we are talking about being intentional, not just in our walk with God, but in everything that we do. Sometimes we have plans for things or we have goals of things we want to accomplish and we don't see them accomplish. And mostly it's because we are not intentional. In our walk with God, in our relationship with God, God needs us to be intentional, meaning we need to do things on purpose. If you want to spend time with God, it's not in the, hey, God, thank you for this food. Thank you for, hey, God, thank you for watching over us today. Amen. Good night type of prayers. Those are not the type of prayers that constitute being intentional. Okay? It's when you take time, you plan time, you take time, you set it apart, and you say this specific 30 minutes, this specific hour, this is the time that I've made for God, and I'm spending this time with God. You plan it in your day, just like you plan everything else. And if you're not planning everything else, you should be, because that's part of living an intentional life. In the same way, for example, if you wanted to lose weight, most of us, me especially, say we want to lose weight and then we don't actually sit down, think about the type of foods we struggle with, think about why we even struggle with our weight in the first place. Is that a health reason? Is it just that we eat too much? Is it that we eat too late? Is it that we just eat the wrong things? We don't sit down and think about those type of stuff and then plan our lives out to see how we can solve that problem. And so we just tell ourselves, hey, New Year's resolution, I want to lose weight, and then that's it, right? So, and then because we don't have anything actually in place to lose the weight, to help us lose the weight, we start 2-3 days and then we fall off the wagon. So same thing in our relationship with God, living intentionally. That's the difference. We can say that's the difference between like the Christian that experiences God and the Christians that just is saved and just goes about their business as usual. The Christian that experiences God is the one that seeks God, makes time for God. You know what I'm saying? In the same way that if you were in a relationship, right, you wouldn't want the guy that can, just stops by for 2 minutes. Hey, I was on my way to the store and I just stopped by for 2 seconds. Or hey, I came to pick up something. I just wanted to say hi. Like, that's not how you build a relationship with somebody. And with us ladies, if we are in a relationship with a guy that does that, we are usually very vocal in telling him that, hey, I need you to be intentional in dating me. I need you to be intentional in spending time with me. I need you to come and make time just for me. When you're here, I need to know that you're here for just for me. All right. So even in our human relations, we don't like people who don't make time for us, who don't make us feel important by actually being there when they're there. So we shouldn't expect the same thing in our relationship with God. Like, we shouldn't expect God to be okay with us just showing up for 2 seconds. Not even showing up. It's like kind of yelling from your window, hey, God, thank you for watching out for me today. Hey, God, thank you for giving me food to eat today. Amen. Like, that's not it. We need to sit down. Okay, so how can I spend time with God? Write it down. As you plan your day, write it down. When can is it 30 minutes that I have? Let me put this 30 minutes. It's going to be just 30 minutes with my phone off, spending time with God, praying, talking to God, reading my Bible. That's being intentional. And not just in your walk with God, in your whole life, in every part of your life. Sit down, write things down. Are you struggling in a specific area that you've been trying to change for years? Sit down, think about it. Why is it that you're struggling with that thing? Or there's some patterns that you notice. Write all of that down and then come up with a plan. Okay, how can I resolve this issue? What are the things that contribute to me having this issue? How can I take them out? Is it one at a time? Is it two at a time? Is it just avoiding a specific environment in total? Is it avoiding a specific person? And then all of that, as you're doing it, you involve God in it, because God, like I said last time, God knows you better than you because he created you. So if it's a spiritual issue, he will tell you, hey, this is a spiritual issue. Maybe you need to fast, or maybe you just need to pray. Pray when you're praying, pray in this direction. That's how you do things on purpose. If not, we will be living the same cycles. We will be going through the same problems. We will just be staying in the same place as we are. For me, the way I practice that, like I said, is writing things down, talking to God about them if I struggle with something. And then I have to do better with the planning part, because I can write it down, like, finding out what the issue is and stuff like that. But I'm not so good with the planning. So I personally know I need to work on that. So with you, what are the issues? What is preventing you from spending time with God? What is preventing you from going in debt? Are you too busy? Are you waking up too late? Are you waking up too early? Are you spending too much time in front of the TV? Are you spending too much time doing something else? Are you spending too much of your money doing something else? Things like that. Identify them and sit down, write them down, and then start working on them. Be intentional. Think about the things that you're doing. Don't let life just happen to you. Think about it. Think about the things you're saying. Think about the things that you're doing. Think about the things that people are saying to you and the things that you're accepting. When somebody speaks to you and you start to react in a specific way, think about it. Why am I reacting that way? I did a whole video on that. Be intentional. Be intentional. Think about your life. Don't just go through it. Don't just go cruising through it, or else by the time you're old, or if you're already old, I'm sorry. But my point is, like, you realize that you're wasting time, you're wasting energy, you're wasting space, you're wasting your health, and you don't even know what is happening to you or what happened to you, because you were not intentional. You did not do things on purpose. You just let life happen to you. So stop it. Okay? Stop it. All right, so that's it for tonight's talk. I promised you guys I wouldn't be here long, but that's tonight's talk, and I will be back here next time. God bless you. Love you guys.